Hola, compañeros papadafílicos. Estamos aquí en Metal Gear Solid 2. Continuamos donde lo dejamos el otro día. Yo no sé... Bueno, en fin. Yo no sé qué problema tiene Ocelot, que tiene la mala costumbre de desnudar a todo el que se encuentra. En el primero por lo menos se cortó un poquito y no desnuda a Solid Snake del todo. Pero aquí no... No se ha cortado, ¿eh? No lo ha dejado en pelotas, en pelotas, en pelotas. ¡Yey! ¿Qué pasa, Kotokun? ¿Qué pasa, JD? ¿Qué pasa, Spechan? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos. Tenemos aquí el terminal. Pues nada, es muy posible que no lo terminemos. Seguramente sea ya el último directo, creo. No debe quedar mucho. Recuerdo que aquí es cuando a Raiden se le empieza a ir la olla. ¿Tenemos algo más por aquí? No parece. Vale, esto no podemos abrir. ¿Qué tatuajes más raros tiene? Vale, whatever. Vamos a ver qué podemos hacer desnudo.
Raiden, do you copy?
Dios, es verdad que aquí es cuando empiezan a... ¡Dios! Tío, me acordaba, yo con esto me traumé de pequeño, ¿eh? Empieza a recibir llamadas random super... creepy.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is, mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Da muy mal rollo estas
This is a
llamadas
type
con
of
Campbell.
role-playing game. The point is that you play out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person.
Buscando a un psicólogo a buen precio.
Once.
Complete your mission according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
What do you mean by that?
Over and out.
Da muy mal rollo, además, me acuerdo que yo era pequeño. Bueno, era pequeño, igual tenía 16 o 17 años. Pero lo jugué esto, además, que lo estaba jugando como a las 3 de la mañana, porque estaba llegando a esta parte final, que es como el epílogo. Y me acojoné vivísimo. Yo también me traumé y la música no ayudaba nada, pero nada, ¿eh? Es como un guiño así Mantis. Pero además, ahora si le llamas, es peor. Es que es hasta peor.
Raiden, rendezvous with that man and get your gear back. There's a door on the northeast, second level. Get yourself over there.
O no te decía nada raro, o simplemente te empezaba a llamar y ya está.
Raiden, you won't be able to hang, throw, or chokehold anyone in your current state.
Why not?
Is it really necessary to ask? It's just not a good idea to perform those maneuvers. There could be complications.
Puede que me metan un
really,
strike.
Jack? Do we have to spell it out for you? Really?
¿Me puedes meter un strike por desnudos? Es normal que me excite tanto, hombre. Igual a tu edad, sí.
Raiden, with nothing to protect your body, any attack you sustain will cause greater damage than usual. Avoid combat at all costs.
Colonel, is this?
Right. The famous mass production metal
De momento
gear.
no se ha repetido
That
en ninguna
entire
conversación.
section
A ver si se
seems
repite
to
en algún
house a
punto.
maintenance line for metal gears.
Jack.
I'm all right.
Those mass production
Además
metal
sale
gears are
Rosemary
in
ahí cuando hace un
adjustment
momento me
phase.
acaban de
They're
decir
not
que
a
la
threat,
tienen como de
but it's
rehén.
entirely possible that there's an operational metal gear somewhere ahead.
No tiene
Stay
sentido.
focused. Raiden, be on the lookout. Those soldiers are outfitted with special gear.
Roger. Armed with what?
Probably arsenal gear equipment called Tengu. The suits use exoskeleton technology to augment human strength and improve mobility with artificial muscles.
Es un
Not the
guiño al
kind of
Tenchu.
opponent you want to take on without your weapon or other equipment. You'll just have to move about without being seen. Understood?
Y si llamo a Deep Throat, ¿me lo cogerá? ¿Mr. X? ¿Llamo a Snake? Correcto, no me contesta nadie ya. Este no me va a contestar porque murió. Botó la bomba. Supongo que sea llamo a Rosie porque Rosie es para guardar.
Raiden, temperatures in that area appear to be real low.
Yeah, just like a refrigerator.
Maybe to keep GW frozen. High temperatures are forbidden for fiber optic neural AI
Tiene
processors.
600
Don't
megas
catch
de
a cold.
velocidad. Bueno, vamos a movernos ya.
Encounter the enemy
Vaya.
requesting
No,
backup.
me voy a morir. Tú, que se ha tirado de arriba. ¿Dónde vas? El puto suicida. Pero los puede llegar a noquear, ¿no? Claro, míralo, míralo. Miradle el perineo.
No, this isn't
Primer
happening.
plano del
Jack,
perineo.
You have to answer me. Jack! Jack!
Yo los GT depende de ¿eh? Y todo el perineo también. Va preparado. Bueno, a ver, en resumen. Hay que ser sneaky. No puedo agarrar, que es lo que solía hacer yo siempre. Más. Hay una cámara, pero está arriba. ¿Te vas a mover o no? No te quedes aquí, hijo de mi vida. Si me levanto me va a ver, me verá. Uy. ¿Para dónde vas a mirar? Cuidado que ahí hay otro. Eso. Oh. Nada. No estoy. No estoy. No me ves, no existo. Me van a tirar granadas. Hostia, qué guapo. Nunca había palmado dentro de... En primera persona, debajo de un conducto. Te peta la pantalla por algún motivo. Ni que fueras un cyborg, pero vale. Ay. Venga, va. Qué pereza, esta zona. Además, mirad el suelo. Yo creo que realmente esto es una simulación. Si no recuerdo mal, porque el suelo, si os fijáis, es como las pruebas de VR. Que hay marquitas. Me habría pillado si hubiera pasado. Está para la izquierda, ¿no? ¿Dónde está? Ahí. Y quiero coger el... Quiero coger esto. Corre. Vale, estamos bien. No me ha llegado a ver. Pasa a veces. Nadie no es un cibro, pero lo será. Necesitará bastante en ese momento. Creo que voy a salir por aquí. Me voy a asegurar de salir por una zona que... No se te ocurra mirar hacia aquí ahora, ¿eh? ¿Este tío? Corre. Vale. Venga, otra llamada de malrollera de estas. Dios, esto. Esto. Y claro, rompen. Como que rompen la cuarta pared. Encima, estaba jugando yo a las 3 de la mañana y te dice: es muy tarde para jugar, apaga la consola. Y tú,
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close
Mira.
to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Claro, eso te lo dice. Hace 15 años y tú te acojonabas vivo.
I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Suddenly, there was intense light all around me, and when I came to, I was home. What do you think happened to me?
Huh?
Fine.
Yo me he quedado
Forget
igual.
it.
¿Qué? ¿Quién es?
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this
Es
thing
que
up
da
to
muy
you
mal
any
rollo,
longer.
tío. Es muy
I'll do
creepy.
the fighting. You can just go home.
Es putamente creepy esto. ¡No!
What was that just now?
Nada. ¿Me des un cofre? No, ya te lo mandé. ¿Tengo que dar una voltereta? Oh, oh. Oh, oh.
What was that just now?
Pero ya que se
Variety
llevo
level
rayos, puta,
13.
tienes 13. Mira esto, es que es
Rescue
mal
level,
rollero.
The return of Ginola.
Es que es una puta fumada que no tiene sentido.
Spotted the intruder. Send backup if possible.
Ah, vale, podría haber cruzado así. ¡Míralo, los putos ninjas, tío! Hacen un daño rayado, El daño que hacen... Mira eso. Hacen un daño que flipas. No hay nada aquí, no jodas. No jodas, no hay nada. Oye, ¿y esa zancadilla qué tal? ¿Dónde hay que ir entonces? Por el otro lado igual.
No, this isn't happening. Jack, you have to answer
Dale a
me.
otros tres.
Jack! Jack!
¿Se le ha visto la altura? No se le ha visto la altura, ¿no? No me jodas.
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any
Puede
longer.
que simplemente no
I'll
pudieras
do the
escapar
fighting.
y
You can just go.
tienes que morir una y otra vez y ya. Es que no me acuerdo. Pero creo que era una fumada, creo que era una simulación o algo, porque mirad el suelo, que salen como hexágonos. Ah, va. Por cierto, ¿qué es lo que cojo en el suelo? No me he fijado. Este avanza, ¿no? No, este no avanza más. Se da la vuelta. ¿Y no los puedo noquear? Pregunto.
Variety level 13. Rescue Merrill. The return of...
Das muy mal rollo, tío. Medicina. Usa medicina para el resfriado. Ah, vale. Porque puede que empiece a estornudar. O algo del estilo. Nunca los abro. Es verdad, nunca los abre. ¡No! Pero tío, qué falso, pero qué falso. Pero míralo, pero ¿dónde vais? Putos ninjas de mierda. ¿Qué quieres?
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw Space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock.
Me da la vida para
I
más.
need 61.
Aparecen Arakiri Rock. ¿Qué fumáis? Voy a llegar a la puerta, me gustaría llegar a la puerta. Si hay puerta, es que no sé si hay algo más. ¡No, tío! Vale, hay que ir por aquí, ok.
No, this isn't
La puta
happening.
cámara.
Jack, you have to answer me. Jack!
Que me ha visto, ya me había salido y me ha visto igual. No sé para qué se sigue tapando el tipo el rabo, con el frío que hace ya se lo ha metido para adentro. Es casi. Le ha hecho como la cabeza de una tortuga, le ha hecho. Que no me la torres, tío. Es que ya paso, Aunque creo que me va a dar más mal rollo no cogerlo, que esté todo el rato el códec sonando que otra cosa.
What's that?
Ah, ¿me ha visto el de arriba? Puede ser. Me ha visto el de arriba, Había bajado a buscarme el de arriba, que seguro que se ha tirado el tío.
Who's there?
Oh, oh. Vale. Hay que ir por la... La puta cámara, tío. Se mueve constantemente, Vale. Vale, estamos bien, Voy a tener que esconder aquí por cojones. A que pase el otro otra vez. Ay. Fumada es esta, pensé que el Kojima ha empezado a fumar porros por el 4. No, pues empezó antes, El amigo empezó antes. Que había un bot, no me he fijado. Pero si era un bot, bien hecho. Doy el visto bueno, confío en ti. Seguramente era un spam, ¿no? Te calles, tío, que no te voy a coger la llamada, no seas pesado. Con ese nombre, BF132531888J48.
Variety level.
Ya me lo has dicho, no me la torres. Puto zumbao. Anda.
I hear it's amazing when the famous
Ya ven, el cabrón se ve para servirte a muy señor. Besasos en el siempre sucio.
Your mission is to infiltrate the fortress
La
Galloway,
fortaleza
rescue the
Galloway.
hostages, and neutralize Metal Gear before its assembly is complete.
Esto creo que es un guiño al... ¿Pero quién es esa señora? ¿La señora de Kojima? Pero... ¿me he perdido algo?
Infiltrate
Mira,
the enemy fortress.
Outer Heaven, ya ves. Esto es el Metal Gear de la MSX.
The final weapon.
El primero de
Metal
todos.
Gear.
El primero que salió. Creo que pensé que había abierto una pestaña del no por mi PC. Pero mira eso, pero por favor. ¿Son los créditos del Metal Gear solitos? Eso. ¿Y por dónde voy? Por lo menos no se repite. El jugo de una anémona.
When pruning them, it's a good idea to wear gloves.
Vaya fumada. Déjame en paz, tío. Cada vez que entro aquí me llama.
Jack, it's me.
Hi, Rose.
Ah, esta sí que la
Jack,
podía coger.
I owe you an apology.
If it's about that conversation just now, I'm the one who's sorry.
No, it's something else.
What is it?
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago, it wasn't a
No me gusta que de
coincidence.
repente se haya pausado
I
la
was
música,
ordered to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me.
Yes, by the Patriots.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've reported every detail of your personal life to them these 2 years. What you did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone.
Menos mal, gracias.
Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known. Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented
Es un-
myself
es un
to
puto
suit your
peón, Raiden.
tastes. Hairstyle, clothes, the way I moved, things I talked about. You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more love you gave me, the more it hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing
Capitán Jack Sparrow.
that. I was
Le
in
dice
love,
ahora, de
or
repente.
thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving what wasn't real. I don't know who you really are. The person I knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting because that was my job. But I did fall in love with you.
Oh,
that
qué
wasn't an
lástima.
act.
Vamos a
You expect me to
perdonarte por
believe
eso.
that? It's okay. You had your reasons, right?
Venga, patada y a la calle.
I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack,
What?
I'm carrying. I'm pregnant, Jack.
Sí, una polla.
Rose, what's going on?
Vale, ¿había que quedarse aquí haciendo el tonto o hasta que saliera esa conversación por el call?
Amazing how you walk around like that.
Snake.
Ella
Been waiting
fumada
long.
grande, ¿eh? ¡Míralo! Mi putísimo padre.
Where's my gear?
Ya se me ha
Right over
resfriado.
there.
Gracias.
That's more like it. Everything you had when you were captured is still there.
Nada, menos mal. Joder.
Sorry about earlier. I had to use you as bait to gain access to Arsenal. It worked.
Why didn't you tell me
Accesar al
about
arsenal.
Olga?
You never asked.
Parece que se han liado ahí, ¿eh?
Not happy about that? Get over it.
Any effects of the
Ven hacia
virus
aquí.
yet?
Still waiting on that.
So, it was
Me
rigged
quería
by the
decir supéralo, no
Patriots?
ven hacia aquí.
Looks like it. From what I can tell, Arsenal is headed for Manhattan. I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal with it one way or another. There's also a troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25, according to Olga.
25?
Yeah. Can't say I've faced that many Metal Gears before, but I think we can deal.
Claro,
No way
cágate
we
tú de
can.
24, yo me
We
encargo
can,
del que queda.
Because we have no other choice.
How?
I've stocked up on Stinger missiles. Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
Una espada láser. ¡Dios! Que es verdad. Pero bueno, ya así empezó la leyenda de Raiden. Raiden el ninja.
Why?
Olga asked me to give it to you. Besides, I'm not a big fan of blades. Move the right thumbstick up and down to make a vertical slice, and left and right to slice parallel to the ground. Move the
¿Cómo quiere
thumbstick
stick
in a
analógico
circle to do
derecho?
a rotating cut. Click the thumbstick to lunge and strike. You can guard with your blade if you have the lock-on button pressed down. You should be able to deflect a bullet or two.
Anda. Ah, vale, pero llevándole ya equipada, ok. ¡Míralo! Vale, pero ¿cómo que no use? Ah, que me obligan a utilizar la espada. Pero, tío. Pero dame lanzagranadas. Es una puta espada de mierda. Bueno, es lo que hay. Perdona.
Damn kid.
Perdona, Snake, era broma, tío. ¡No era broma! ¡Te mataré! Vaya. ¿Te acuerdas cuando ibas con Miri en el 1 y la golpeabas? ¿Eh? Pues toma, karma.
Damn kid.
Vale, ya está, vamos a dejar de maltratar al pobre de Snake. Madre mía, vaya spam voy a pegar, ¿eh? Y si le mato, no puedo, me mata él antes.
Come on, time to go.
Tiene más vida. Ah, vale, era porque
If
era
you
el
run out of
tutorial,
ammo,
por eso
you
no
can
podía
have
llevar
mine.
nada más.
You got enough?
Absolutely.
¡Yo!
Infinite
Munición
ammo.
infinita. Vámonos. Mi putísimo
Wait up,
padre,
Snake.
Snake. Es que me cago en la puta.
What?
Qué manía con hablar por el
Snake,
códec.
have you ever enjoyed killing someone?
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
Diminished sense of reality, huh? VR training will do that.
No, it was field training when I was a kid. I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
Y nació
You
mi
can say
putísimo
that
padre,
because
Jack el
you're a
Destripador.
legend.
No,
a
ya que el
hero.
destripador venía ya
I'm
de
Jack the
antes.
Ripper, a dirty reminder A terrible
No,
mistake.
no venía de ahora.
Legends don't
Venía de
mean
cuando
a
era
whole
un niño.
lot. I was just a name to exploit, just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder, not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
Entonces,
A future? You can stop being part of a
tú
mistake.
aquí nació es porque aquí
Starting
nació.
now.
What am
Vale, vale, perdona, ¿eh?
What am I supposed to do?
Find something to believe in, and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
Believe in what?
That's your problem.
Dos.
Come
Ahora
on.
acaba de decir, no me cuentes tu puta vida, ¿eh? Ese es tu problema, mi frase favorita. ¿Campbell otra vez?
Snake,
Ah,
riding.
no, otra cosa.
Otacon, you all right?
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
All right for now, but there is something.
What?
The Colonel's last transmission was strange.
Joder, extraña.
Strange? How?
Just strange. No idea.
Interference?
I don't know.
Where is this colonel?
I don't know. I've never met the man, actually.
I'll dig around.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to help. The frequency is 141.12.
Coño, ciphers. Anda. Ah, muy bien. Lo tengo guardado a otra cosa. Si llamo coronel, me cogerá ya.
Variety level 7. Shoot down the space invaders. Training will have to be postponed if we are invaded by UFOs.
Pero... Es que es ridículo. Está tan mal rollero. Bueno, que puedes apuntar según con la fuerza a la que
Follow me.
pulsas, pero... Uy, si me pongo el rifle y a tomar por culo y acabo antes. Ah, me loco, pero eso no le ha dado.
Now, go.
Sí, apoya, go. Espérate. Go, dice el tío, claro.
You wanna be left behind?
No había gente arriba. Ah, no, ahí. Vamos. ¡Yo! Espérate. Dios, que me esquivan las balas también, pero bueno.
Don't push yourself. You all right? Don't push yourself.
Pero Raiden, hijo de mi vida, apunta atrás. Dios, que me da balas. Me da balas de otra...
You all right? Right, catch. Right, take the item.
¿Va a durar mucho esto? Vamos a ver. ¿Ya? Thank you. Ya matanza, tú.
Raiden, about this colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Where?
En el shell.
Inside Arsenal.
What?
I've checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
That's impossible.
The kernel probably isn't GW per se. GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity in the dormant part of your brain through signal manipulation of your own nanomachines. The kernel is, in part, your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy.
But it's probably the truth. The virus may be starting to affect GW, which
Cómo
would
le han
explain
comido
the
la
kernel's
cabeza a
behavior.
Raiden, Es
It was
acojonante.
all an illusion? Everything I've done so far?
Raiden,
Snake, what's happening around here?
I don't know. What I do know is that you're standing right here in front of me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood.
Huh?
It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
Right.
Sí.
They've got Rose.
What?
Rose is being held in the holds.
It's a trap.
Rose!
Raiden, get a grip.
But Snake...
It's a trap. Since the Colonel doesn't exist, there's no way he can take Rose hostage.
Yeah, you're right.
I am right.
Pabila Raiden, tío.
Okay. Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
What?
If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to
Pero el
conclusions.
coronel no lo has conocido
You and
nunca, Rose, sí.
Otacon are the
Te
ones
has
that say the
reventado contra la
Colonel
lavadora.
never existed.
Raiden.
Is this what Olga was talking about?
Se va a liar parda aquí, Sí, va a liar pardita aquí. A punto ninjas estos.
Don't push yourself. Use this. Right, catch. Right, take the item.
What? Dios, cómo se le va la pinza,
Use this.
Cómo se le va la pinza, tío. Yo recordaba que el 2 era una fumada bastante seria. Y ya está. Le daba a Snake sin querer, perdón. Snake, ¿me das balas? ¿Otra vez? Tengo balas de otra arma. Con la Blade. Va a durar... Uy, perdona. ¿Va a durar mucho? Ya está. Una puta zumbada. Hostias, Fortune. La que no muere nunca. He comentado que hemos reventado a Vamp. ¿Te lo he dicho?
The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to see it end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can.
Ya está.
Starting with you, Solid Snake.
Damn.
Totalmente
Looks like
lógico y
I'm today's
racional.
pick. You go on ahead.
Y tú das la espalda, que seguro que no te
You want
dispara.
eternal rest? I've got it right here.
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her.
I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
I don't know what your group's been through, but let's get one thing clear. I didn't kill your father.
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here!
¿Qué es esto? ¿Dónde estás? ¿Las escaleras dónde están? Madre de Dios. La fumada, tío.
Jack, I've been watching how you fight.
Sólidos.
It looks like you've remembered the way you used to kill in the old days.
¿Sólidos?
Or is it one of the S3 plan's proud achievements?
What are you talking about?
It came as a complete surprise when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW. Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to fight fire, creating the perfect assassin to retire Solid Snake's brother. S3 stands for Solid Snake Simulation. It's a development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior. The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy, as bait. Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was absolute.
Ese culazo que tiene,
Split
Vaya
between
mundo.
life and death.
De tener los mismos problemas que yo
You
para
ran
encontrar un
from
pantalón
it,
que le quepa.
and now you've been led back to war by something less than real.
¿Ya? Así que era sólido, sí.
No more games, Jack. At least you know. There's no reason to keep you alive now.
¿Qué dices?
I've given you a worthy opponent, at least. But now, you should die as the little Jackie boy I once knew.
¿Estáis tumbados o qué os pasa? Pues nada, saca el Stinger. No puedo cubrirme en ningún lado tampoco. Tampoco igual. ¿Qué va? ¿Podéis dejar de disparar cohetes? ¡Hala! por nada, pero no me da la vida, ¿eh? Venga, aquí está. Está complicado de esquivar. Ah. Hombre, el rayito. Parecido otro. Estaría bien ponérselas a todo esto. Yo casi me muero. Anda. ¿Qué? Que me acabo de levantar, pedazo de hijo de puta. He dado. Vale, uno menos. Me tiran bien un par más de... Vamos, anda. Que ha venido otro. No voy a poder ganar, ¿verdad? Está hecho para que no ganes, ¿a que sí? Ilegal, ¿eh? Deberías tener unas raciones, tío. Ya está. Se llama Rose esta, no me había fijado. Se llama Rose por... Ah, bien. Me ha esquivado, ¿verdad? Espero que no vengan más. Otro, pero no. Cohetes. Pero... A ver, una cosa. ¿Van a venir muchos más? Se va. Viene otro. Vamos a ver cuántos. Yo cada vez les quito más. Bueno, cuando hacen eso que les quito muchísima más vida, eso sí. ¿Ya? Gracias. 3 horas aquí disparando stingers. No sé cuánto me habré cargado, pero unos cuantos. A otro. ¿Más? ¿Pero tú me has visto? La Olga.
So you decided to show
Olga, don't do this. They'll know.
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide.
Te voy a poner el traje del ninja.
Vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family.
Menos mal.
I know I'm going to hell, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
No te ha servido mucho esa pistolita, la verdad. Básicamente.
You have to.
Boom.
Olga.
Olga. Ya has hablado con ella 3 veces. Al principio era una enemiga, luego era un puto robot que te da un guantazo y con eso te captura. Y al final te da un puñetazo y te suelta de las riendas cuando estabas en pelotas. Ya está. Dios, no, Olga. ¿Te acuerdas cuando éramos pequeños y nos conocíamos y jugábamos juntos? Yo tampoco, porque no pasó.
Let's pick up where we left off.
What's going on?
What's wrong with it? GW, it's out of control. What?
Cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Parece que al final el virus de Emma ha funcionado. De ¿cómo le llama Otacon?
Stupid machines.
¿Quién es? ¿Por qué sale sangre de la máquina? No es un exoesqueleto precisamente, es una máquina 100%, no tiene materia orgánica. De esto solo salen chispas, pero del otro salía sangre. Déjame esa P90, ¿no? Está toda rota. Me la llevo al counter un momento.
Damn the Patriots.
Te vas a clavar una esquina en el otro ojo. Te vas a quedar ciego, Solidus. Por eso perdió el otro ojo y lleva el parche. Se clavó la esquina de su propio traje, del cuello.
You still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
Me voy y te encuentro intentando solucionar a mi hombre. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué lo dices?
Snake?
Bring him in.
¿Guardar? Guarda. Guarda, guarda. Manda besos si te llama amo y señor siempre, ¿eh?
Are you awake yet, Jack?
¡Hombre! Dime que no estoy sin camiseta, por favor. Es exactamente igual que en el 1. Esta es Snake y Fortune. Me tiene más domesticado que a mí.
I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
Espérate, pero avísame, cabrón. Me cago en tu puta madre. Que me ahoga, me ahogas. Oye, esto dura un montón. A ver, me ha cogido de sorpresa. Estaba yo tan tranquilo y de repente me empiezas a fichar. Te va el bondaje, te va el sado.
The Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
Claro, porque llevas dos espadas. Una es mía.
I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
A ver, Doctor Octopus, te me calmas, ¿eh? Es una barbaridad. No me des otra de estas, me matas.
You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
Normal. Dos de esas y me matas, ¿eh? Madre mía.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
Vaya puta mierda de banda terrorista, todos se utilizan entre todos.
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots!
Tú eras uno de ellos.
They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done
Basta
here
de
has
plot
been
twist,
scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to reduce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the president's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Foxdie. Did you really think they were all a coincidence?
Una
Ames' own
repetición constante,
nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the president, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Foxdie. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus.
Vaya, han reído en tu cara
Fatman was a
también,
different story. He's one of our own people. A sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel will provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound.
Ya ves. The Fortuny Bump.
We've gone
Bump
to a lot
telita,
of
¿eh?
trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago.
¿Cómo?
Throwing
¿Fuiste
your
tú?
husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project?
Vaya. Parece que no has tenido tanta suerte.
How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
Creía que tenía suerte y era todo un plan de los padres.
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No!
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
También lleva escudos. O ha fallado.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
Bastard.
Casi me das. Puesto que no falte la manía de meter vías que no son suyas. Ah, que tira cohetes también.
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise. Just
Normal que tiene unos altavoces estos guapos en Metal Gear. Era su buffer.
How's this then? Damn.
attention!
¿Qué haces?
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
¿Vas? ¿Pero dónde vas, animal? Vaya overkill.
Everybody down!
Anda.
What the? Impossible!
¿Has activado el aparato? Para evitar que mate a Ryder.
She is Lady Luck.
Pero el balazo se lo ha llevado,
is
¿eh?
Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family
Lástima que no haya funcionado antes, ¿eh?
again.
Como te hayas disparado el otro.
Damn!
Toda esa munición para nada, se ha muerto sola.
Try this instead. No!
El rayo de Rail. Anda.
No! No, not now!
Brothers!
Liquid.
Liquid! I've been waiting for this! It can't be. I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken. You were inside Ocelot? Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy. It was you 2 years ago? Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here. What? You're the only one that can free me. After all, I'm off to bury the Patriots for good. You know where they are? How? Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss. Time to say goodbye! Damn!
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Sí, claro.
Liquid! Stop this thing! Hey, Snake! You coming?
Te lo le streameas. No, yo te veo ya. Estás nerviosa, ¿quieres que hablemos? ¿Acaso el Arsenal Gear? Para llegar. ¿Dónde vas? Ahora entiendo lo de hacer sur. Hemos llegado. Bueno, se viene la batalla final, ¿eh? La espada. Washington.
Federal Hall.
What are you laughing at?
Do you know what day it is today?
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation, here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles. Cloned from our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
Utopia.
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd
Dios,
call
no tiene ojos, qué mal rollo.
human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Hola, coñas, pero debemos llevar entre cinemáticas y conversaciones de juegos tranquilamente media hora, 45 minutos.
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context?
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you?
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you
¿Eres
over
fácilmente
them?
manipulable?
It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see,
Una IA que se
you're
ríe.
a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents.
Nani?
I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free.
Qué detalle. La última pelea. Como samuráis.
I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they've formed. Brace yourself.
Nos. Anda.
Is that the best you can do?
La hostia contra el suelo me la llevo. ¿Qué? Tengo el body armor. No tengo el body armor, ¿no? No tengo nada más.
Is that the best you can do?
¿No tengo raciones? ¿Dónde apuntas, hermano? ¿Pero dónde apunto? ¿Por qué se gira el personaje?
What's wrong with you?
Anda. Yeah. zancadilla, ¿qué tal? Lo que no entiendo es por qué se gira. Una ración. Se gira el personaje, no sé por qué. Anda.
What's wrong with you?
Pero ¿por qué se gira el puto personaje? De mierda. Que pareces tonto, Raiden. Contamos la respiración. La hostia me la voy a llevar igual. Pero bueno. Le da la vuelta al personaje, tío. Hace tonto. ¿Dónde vas? Tío, los controles, son pésimos con esta cámara. Tres horas, tío. Me ha dado la puta vuelta. Genial. Encima me quemas, de gratis.
Let's go.
Habrán salido otra ración o algo, porque voy a morir, pero
Ready to give up, Jack?
vamos a ver. Ay. Los controles son pésimos, la cámara no ayuda. De repente se va en dirección contraria, de repente se invierte el control. Si hago una llave ahí, toda guapa. ¿Quieres hacer la puta llave, gilipollas? Tío. No hace llaves.
Is that the best you can do?
Pero tío, le he dado la puta voltereta y tarda la vida. Raiden, hermano, espabila. Eres más lento. Y le golpeo y le sudo la polla, es increíble. Puedo dar 3 solo para ti. Ponte.
Is that the best you can do?
Anda. Dios.
Let's go.
3 horas le tengo que dar para que ataque. 3 putas horas. Es que...
What's wrong with you?
quiero quemar.
Is that the best you can do?
Good work, Jack. But this is where it gets interesting.
Oh, que se va a poner interesante, no me jodas. Que tienes dos fases. Pero se ha quitado. Se ha quitado eso. Va a ser más fácil ahora, ¿no? Pero...
Right, you have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. You're nothing but mere weapons.
Dios,
no different
qué mal rollo
from
los
fighter
ojos en
jets or
blanco.
tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game. Exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
Anda. Dame una reacción porque me matas,
Ready to give up, Jack? Take this over here.
Hostia, un golpe, No me queda, no tengo raciones. Estoy... no sé si me estaba desangrando encima.
Take this.
Venga, va. Calma.
Take this.
Is that the best you can do? All right.
Encima me va a poner desde la primera puta fase, ¿a que sí? Puedo dar 3. Uy.
Is that the best you can do?
Pues deja de protegerte. Esto yo no puedo proteger. Anda, mira.
Is that the best you can do?
Tío.
Let's go.
Te dirás que no le dabas. Venga, va. Te ponte chaleco. No sé si sirve de algo, pero yo me lo pongo.
Take this.
No eres pesado. Una ración tengo para hacer el combate. Le daba la voltereta, no lo puedo mierda. Raiden, hermano, levanta. 3 putas horas. Oh. Toma. Una fase, ¿no? Todavía no. Ha tardado más que antes.
Good work, Jack. But this is where it gets interesting.
Que sí, venga. Ahora hay que ser aún más paciente.
Take this. What the?
Pero que me da una random. No, tío. ¿Pero dónde vas? La polla. No me has dado, pero... No digas. Hasta un golpe. Vale, tenemos. Está hecho. Pues ya estaría. A la primera. Te voy a cortar el cuello, ¿no? A ver. He rajado la espalda y ya. Las calles vacías. Me mola que siga llevando el chaleco. ¿Me dirás que yo paso desapercibido?
Who am I really?
Nada que no, ¿eh? Con una puta katana en la espada, en la espalda.
The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Toma, mira, míralo.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before.
Pero oye, pero bueno.
I'll pick my own name and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on.
Menudo desprecio al jugador que acaban de hacer en un momento.
They taught me some good things too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word, even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry, I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up, we have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
A ver, ¿no te había dicho que era una espía de los Patriots? ¿Qué haces haciéndole caso otra vez?
Snake?
No, mira, el loro de Emma.
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
Eres tonto.
See me for what I am, okay?
Ya se empieza a quitar la peluca, las pestañas, las lentillas de color marrón.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
I stare at the stars and the sky up above and think.
Perfecto, pues nos hemos terminado el Metal Gear Solid 2. Y hay una cosa que no entiendo. Se supone que al final Rose era una espía de los Patriots. Yo no entiendo cómo Raiden al final dice: oh, mira, me quedo contigo. Es lo que no me acaba de entrar en la cabeza. Una lástima que al final Campbell realmente no exista en este juego. Que sea todo la IA de... Bueno, sean los Patriots que son como una IA, ¿no? Pero bueno, una puta fumada la parte final. Pero en fin, sea como fuere, creo que lo vamos a ir dejando por aquí. Os dejo con esta maravillosa banda sonora. Muchas gracias por pasaros una tarde más conmigo. Un saludo, queridos papagacílicos, y nos vemos.
There is no other way than the light leading to yesterday. It's there that I'll find inner peace, not war, and dreams that I let slip away. I'll find the joyfulness I'm looking for way back in yesterday.
best things in life are free. Little sounds of laughter, a warm hug, a smile, a kiss from you to me. I fall to my knees, I cry and I cry. Love, do not pass me by. Happy ever after, please stay for a while. Make time, refuse to fly. I can't say goodbye to yesterday, my friend, 'cause I know how good it has been. Facing forever, here I stand, come what may. Bring the old, bring the new, yesterday. It's there that I'll find inner peace, not war, and dreams that I let slip away. I'll find the joyfulness I'm looking for.